Hello, world. Welcome to Onside Takes. I'm your host, Gaden. Joining me are my co-hosts, Tim
Yo.
and Caleb.
Ayo.
This week, hosted either blowouts or narrow victories. The Vikings establish a new win streak against the meme machine, Will Levis. The Jets are currently sitting in their main cabin of the crashed plane, dying slowly as the season closes out. And the Ravens get their ass whipped by Daddy Tomlin as they trip on their massively oversized clown shoes to a 1-8 in the past 9 games
Against the Steelers.
against Mr.
That part.
Unlimited.
I think up first we have the Vikings, right?
Yeah. All right. Let's get into it. This week, we're happy. We're happy about the overall outcome. We're not happy about everything that happened, but it was a game that I wasn't worried about most of the time. Good victory. It felt like one of the first 5 games when we were just cruising. So, let's get into the first half. The offense converting in the red zone twice. Let's go. Holy
Give
moly.
it up.
Scoring touchdowns, baby. Touchdowns. The pitch play to Aaron Jones, though, the fumble, not so great. Didn't like that. Not good. Can't be doing that. Gotta stay focused. Gotta stay focused on that ball. But shit happens sometimes. So we're okay. We're okay. It was fine. Sam Darnold. I don't know what happened, but the ghosts are gone. No ghosts this game. He was solid. He was confident. He was throwing the ball. It wasn't really never really felt sketchy. There wasn't even an interception that should have been caught that I can remember. He kind of looked, like I said, the game felt like it was one of the first 5 games, and he played like it was one of the first 5 games, so there's a coincidence there. That makes sense. Jefferson and Addison, both some big receptions. Love to see both your wide receivers. Your wide receiver number 1 of the league, of course, and your wide receiver number 2, who's could be one elsewhere. They're cooking. The defense played strong in the first half. I was quite confident. Gave up just a field goal just because of the fumble. I was very happy. I think that I'm prepared to call them the Purple Haze again. I think I'm there. I'm there. Second half. So first half, I 16-3, super confident. I'm like, here we go, Vikings finally. We're just sticking it to them. Great job. Offense comes out the second half and says, "Bye-bye, we're gone. No score, no score." There was a lot of punts in the second half. Did not enjoy that. The only thing that I liked is that after the Titans scored, we instantly went down the field and scored. So we just kept that lead that we had. So that was nice to see them like bounce back, but then they just never scored again. So
Before we get deep
once.
into the second half, are you going to talk about that controversial flag that occurred
I'm going to talk
in
about
the
the
end
flags.
zone?
I'm going to talk about the flags. Don't worry. I will get to that.
All right.
The worry that I have, the glaring, scary moment is our defense low-key bad at defending the deep ball? 98-yard touchdown given up. The next drive, we give up a 70-yard touchdown that gets called back because of an illegal formation. Praise God for that, because that would have been another touchdown. And then there's a third play that they got a 40-yard run that we actually tackled them, but still 40-yard deep bomb. I was like, and all 3 happened on Josh Metellus. So, small worry in the back pocket for the defense. Josh Metellus, he's a Swiss Army knife.
Under pressure.
He's a Swiss Army knife. He plays like every position besides like nose tackle or something on defense. It's kind of crazy. But maybe he shouldn't be playing safety anymore. Maybe we let the safeties play safety. Just saying. We can't be letting people get by. He's no
Taysom Hill, but he'll do, you know.
Right, he's not. Different side of the ball. But to the offense's credit, if Jalen Naylor just closes his arms, they scored a second touchdown, and Sam Darnold threw like a 40-yard touchdown pass. It went, I don't know if you guys saw it, but he threw a bomb, came straight down between two defenders, right into hit his chest, and bounced to the ground. Like he just had to close his arms on the ball. Just close the arms. But overall, good game. Good game. Some overall thoughts. I'll get to it. The referees got us back. They got us back this time. It's been a brutal 3 weeks of Sam Darnold getting just destroyed, but no flags. Some bad holding calls. The Rams game was bad in many ways. But the refs decided you need help against the Tennessee Titans. We got you. The Titans had, oh my gosh, I'm going to look it up because it is a ridiculous amount of penalties. I think we got 8 first downs given to us. Just penalties. We didn't do a thing. Just penalties. I think they had somewhere in the range of like 12 penalties for like 120 yards.
Wow.
They did. Oh, where is it at?
Looks like they have 13 for 91. If I'm
13
looking
for
at the right
91.
side.
All right. I was a
Yeah.
little bit off, but the total amount I was right. It was a ridiculous amount.
Just a quick preview, by the way. Ravens got 12. But keep going.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a bunch of illegal formations, which I blame that on the Titans. You got to figure that out yourself. Like that's your fault. But I don't know if you guys saw the hit in the end zone, which Caden was alluding to earlier. But the Tennessee Titans defender jumped up, nailed his crown of the helmet to, I think it was Addison's chest, and just destroyed him. And they called it a pass interference or a legal hit, I think, because they thought he hit him in the head with the crown of his helmet. And it didn't. But we got 4 more downs, and we scored a touchdown on that in the first half.
Yeah,
so that
it was a personal foul because
personal foul.
It would have been a head-to-head. Is
Yep,
what they were
that's what it
ruling it
was.
as.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, they had us. We were gonna have to kick a field goal, but instead we got a touchdown pretty easy, like the next play. So
Tim, I just
we
know
got
you
a
didn't
freebie.
see it, but the Titans coach was like screaming. He walked like onto the field. There was like 3 refs in front of him.
Oh, wait, was that
and
the
he
personal
was going
foul on the coach or something?
Yeah, he also got a foul, but of course it
Okay.
doesn't matter because
It
they're
didn't
at
matter.
the 1 yard. But
I had it on like the second screen because I had like a red zone going.
yeah,
And on my phone it was the Ravens game, and on the TV it was the Vikings.
Nice.
yeah,
So I had like all 3 games
he was
with the lines
pissed.
as well.
And very rightfully so.
Right-
I mean,
rightfully so,
he's
yeah.
getting dogged on by flags the whole game, and that's just the tipping stone.
That was just the start of it too. That wasn't even. That was in the beginning of the game. I think
Yeah.
that might have been on the first touchdown. Yeah, the Titans got hosed by the refs, but I don't think they win the game either way. So the what ifs, you could say those flags didn't happen. I don't think that they win either way. I think the Vikings dominated enough that a few flags go a different way. I don't think they win. So I'm not too upset about it for them because we deserve that. That was reparations for the previous weeks. But yeah, like I said earlier, I'm prepared to call them the Purple Haze again. They're playing out of their minds. They're playing very good. Of course, we're playing the crappy AFC South division. So, I mean, they're just bad. Every team is bad besides the Texans. So there's really nothing that
And the Texans are mid this season too.
Yeah, for real. We should be playing well. But you know what? Good teams beat bad teams. So we're taking this. We're taking this as a win.
That's correct.
Andrew Van Ginkel, crazy game by him. He had 8 tackles, 2 sacks, and 3 of those were tackles for loss. He was just everywhere. Every time there was a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, I swear it was him. So defense just showing up. Never felt like we're going to lose this game. Love that feeling. I want to feel that every game. If that's possible. It's not possible, but I'd love to feel that every game. Just so much confidence. I did say before this 3-game run that we needed to win these 3 games because they're easy. And we did it, no matter how ugly these 3 games might have been at times. We completed what we were setting out to do. We're 8-2. Not a division lead. We're a conference lead because of the Lions. But potentially, we could still have a chance at a division or a conference. Number 1 seed or the conference 1 seed. Because if we don't win our division, we're the automatic 5th seed, no matter our record. So that kind of sucks. But we have to deal with that. I got a couple NFC thoughts, and then I'll shoot it on over to Caden for his most likely epic Jets rant.
Love the Jets.
3 out of the 4 best records in the NFC right now. Yeah, that's our division. The NFC North. 3 out of the 4 best teams. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Eagles are the one team that's not in our division. The Lions are looking like they're going to win though, because their schedule is soft going forward. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't look like they got much in front of them to stop them, besides maybe the Vikings one more time. But I don't know who owns that tiebreaker if they were tied. But that would mean the Vikings and the Lions win like all their games. So let's be honest. Like, we're going week to week with the Vikings. We're not planning on winning all our games. Week to week. Yeah, the Bears are cooked. That was the saddest game ever for them. That they brought the fans all the way back, thinking, wait a second, we still could do something this season, and then just ripping their hearts out with that block kick 2 weeks in a row with a block kick at the end of a game, which is bizarre.
I'm gonna personally find these disgusting fucking players that play special teams for the line players. You're just dude. You just hit the hold for 3 fucking seconds for this guy to kick a ball.
Less
oh my
than that.
fucking
I think it's
god!
less. To be fair, they did bull over the long snapper, and I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that.
No, you're actually not allowed to do that. That's correct.
I'm pretty sure that there should have been a flag and they should have re-kicked. But the Bears got screwed. But also just block the guys. I mean, like, don't rely on the refs. Rely on yourself. But
I'm still sick over that Broncos Chiefs one where that guy was in a frickin' 2-point stance, squatting like he's gonna take a dump, and just literally falls back like a statue. His whole back and ass hit the ground at the same time, and he just doesn't move. Oh my goodness. That guy has never played that position before. He came out and he said that. It was the first time.
Oh my gosh.
I can't get into it. Hate the Chiefs. Hate the Chiefs.
But yeah, Vikings overall, happy. Great week. We got the Bears coming up. I'm worried that the Bears are going to beat us because we're the Vikings. And in interdivisional games, you never really know what's going to happen. But they're not obviously the hardest opponent, and they might be dead. So hoping for a win. Confident with that win. We can move on though. Let's go.
All right. Let's take flight with the Jets, baby. All right. Somehow, some mythical... Hang on, I'm looking for my note here. I lost it, but it's fine. You know, something that only the Jets can do is make Anthony Richardson going on to have a NFL record worst completion season and make him look like an amazing passer QB. Only we can do that.
That is the craziest accomplishment of the season, I think. Like,
they were. I had the stat, but going into that week, they were 29th in. I'll find it later, but they were like above 25 or more for rushing yards, passing yards, and like points stopped. Like, the team is just not good, right? And we managed to perform as we always do. For the first half, we had our first 5 possessions, which was up until the 2-minute warning, not having a single first down.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogers playing out of his mind here.
He's cooking.
The defense fall off is literally beyond legendary. It's almost like mythical. Like it in EPA during the 2022 and the 2023 season, our defense was ranked 5th and 4th respectively. For the first 5 games of the season with Robert Saleh, we were 6th, and now after this, we are the 32nd team in the NFL.
Oh no. No, not dead ass last.
Aw.
Yep. Absolutely amazing. Some good things that came from the game is we did actually learn how to tackle. It's crazy. The defense learns how to tackle, but then suddenly our pass coverage is the worst in history ever. Like Sauce and DJ Reed are just getting burnt every single play, giving
Didn't
up
they
20
have like
plus
a
yards.
tackling presentation though? Was that last week?
Oh yeah,
They had a
that was
tackling
this. That was last
presentation?
week. They 3 dedicated days to tackling, baby.
Paying off. Practice pays off. Great weeks of
They did.
practice. Great weeks of practice.
And then, as I said last week, our defensive linemen heard me. I was like, every fucking team has their defensive linemen put up their hands, except the Jets. This week we did it. Boom. Led to a blocked pass into a forced fumble. Turnover, baby. And then we went down. And I think we didn't score. I can't quite remember. We pretty much were carried by legendary Brees Lightning Hall. He had both of our touchdowns, just absolutely explosive. We'll talk about him more later. Actually, shoot, let's just talk about the players now. Brees has been playing amazing the past 4 or 5 games. He's been getting an average of 5 yards on a rush. Really good. And guess what? He has not gotten more than 20 carries a game the whole season.
I had a request. I had a request from a an avid listener that also has Brees Hall in their fantasy team. They were like, "Why is Brees Hall not getting the ball? Like he's doing so good, and then he's just
well, you
not
see, Rodgers
getting the ball."
gets the ball, and he's like, "Wait, I'm a Hall of Fame passer. Let me throw it to the defense," and then I fucking break my monitor. Like, I don't know. I want him to run the ball more. They should.
He had
the rest
he
of the
had
season,
10
don't let-
carries
I
against
know.
the Cardinals.
I
10.
know. Give him. You don't need to debate this with me.
I'm not
I'm
debating.
saying
I'm helping our
he needs to get
listeners
more-
understand how awful their fucking play calling has been.
We'll talk about the play calling. Garrett Wilson. Same as last week. Can't receive the ball if your QB doesn't throw it to him. Really sad to let this guy keep getting these losses. He's got a really good winner's mentality, Comes in every week. He had his one bad game against the Patriots. Completely flipped that around. He's been playing good now. And same with Devontae Adams. Both of them, I would consider having whiteout games. They literally beat their defenders every single time. You know what Rodgers is doing? Checking down, bro. Checking down fucking 3 feet in front of him. Let me find the stat, because we'll just talk about Rodgers now, bro. I don't care if Aaron Rodgers is making $1 billion fucking dollars. This shit is straight goddamn cheeks, okay? I don't care if he keeps his ants low. He is not playing to push the ball down the field. 18 of his 29 passes were within 5 yards of the scrimmage line. The line of scrimmage. Like, where we're snapping the ball, that's where we're throwing. It's completely pointless. Just run it at that point. He currently leads the league for completions less than 1 yard. That's it. He leads the leagues for completions that result in less than 1 yard with 29.
He's nuts.
29 of the whole season of his passes are 1 yard throws.
Hey, he's leading the league in something.
Yeah, man. Like, what do we do with this guy, man? We weren't expecting, prime Aaron Rodgers, MVP, but goddamn, we were not expecting this. This is poopy fart butt, man. This is disgusting. Dead ass, going to be a worse winning QB than Zach Wilson and Sam Darnold.
That's nuts. That's actually crazy. That is insane.
The thing with Aaron Rodgers right now is I almost feel like it's the status quo. Like, I feel like less people are talking about Aaron Rodgers because it's kind of expected that he plays like this at this point.
Yep. And that's why we should keep him in. Don't bench him. That's keep tanking with Mr. Rodgers and his phenomenal play. So, two things are either happening with Aaron Rodgers and him throwing the ball, right? Option A is Rodgers is trying to make his wide receivers mind readers and be able to telepathically communicate with Aaron Rodgers 20 yards away from him and be able to, detect the second he throws the ball, feel the wind in the air change as it's flying to them while they're still running the route so they can catch it. Or the wide receivers are the worst ever. So it's either Aaron Rodgers is like way overcompensating, assuming these guys have worked with him for 20 plus years, or the wide receivers are bad. I'm going to let you know, Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson are not bad. So it's option A, everybody. Rodgers is cooked. This guy, I don't know. There was a straight, cross that Garrett Wilson did, wide open, over the middle. That's what teams are making Rodgers do. Want to throw over the middle because he is scared to throw an interception. Too scared enough to not throw the ball. Throws it. Garrett's wide open. It's 5 feet behind him, right into the hands of the defender, falls out, doesn't get turned over. So it's just been great, really. Let's get down to what the real conversation is. What the hell do we do with Rodgers, man? The rest of the season is kind of like an audition because Rodgers wants to come back. He's like, I have full intention of playing next year. And Jeff Ulbrich, sorry, buddy, you're not going to be here, but he's like, the Jets would love to have Aaron Rodgers back. And I don't even know how I feel because if we can him, we have $49 million in dead cap. It is
damn
from his contract.
Yes.
Holy shit balls.
You have to keep him.
Yep.
There's no option here. You're not going to get a quarterback to do anything with $49 million.
But we're going to talk about it later on. But we're getting a new head coach and a new GM. And are they going to want to work with a washed-up Aaron Rodgers? That's what it comes down to.
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick literally would rather
he hates the Jets.
He'd rather get skinned than work with Woody Johnson, man. I'm gonna it's just unlikely. It's more likely that the Jets are going to do a full run back of this roster with a new GM head coach than to just can him and start fresh, which is what I'm sure every Jets fan wants. It's just a fresh start because this whole year has been the worst tasting ice cream known to man. Not what was advertised. Keep it up with names.
You heard it here first. Don't get the Jets flavored ice cream. All right,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's usually bad. The tight ends continue to not exist in the eyes of Aaron Rodgers. Conklin is not receiving the ball. Jeremy Ruckert is an enigma who shouldn't exist. Period. Going forward, he got thrown the ball.
Who is that?
That's our tight end too.
Okay,
of course.
I'm at a loss here.
He got thrown the ball, bobbles in his hands. He catches it, gets it into his slot to start running, fumbles it, watches the ball roll out onto the field, doesn't jump on it, Colts scoop it up, run it, get a pick six. It's called back because it wasn't a complete pass. Bailed out. Just straight bailed out.
That's awesome.
No shot. That was terrible. Reddick is hurt. I didn't bring it up last week. He missed half the game against the Cardinals. Missed this whole game, I'm pretty sure, against the Colts. And Clemens was out there. I goddamn hate Michael Clemens. This guy is a terrible edge rusher. And he actually played good this week. Usually hated. He played above average. Not too mad. He did get absolutely diced by Richardson running into the end zone one time, and then Richardson stiff-armed DJ Reed and just killed him. So that sucked for him. Sauce and Reed, oh my goodness, bros. What happened? DJ Reed, you were playing so well. Sauce, you... Yep. Do I even need to say it? He played bad, guys. Again. Like he had a tackle.
His name is
Ahmed Gardner.
Yeah.
He got a tackle, and this is at MetLife. The whole crowd got up and did a standing ovation for him getting a tackle. That's how bad this is.
The Jets they got so many paper bags in their heads too.
Oh yeah.
Like
they kept showing those people in the paper bags.
It's bad.
So yeah, our corners are just absolutely washed, I guess. Cannot keep up, getting burnt at all times. Moving forward, last guy to talk about is Carlson. As in case you guys didn't know, we are on our fourth kicker for our fourth week. We were going to keep Schrader. He was going to kick for us, the one that kicked for us last week. But we, being the amazing organization as the Jets, did not sign him onto the active roster, kept him on the practice squad, and then he got picked up by the Chiefs.
Oh no! Oh no!
And then I have to go on my media feeds, and I get to see Schrader walking down the entryway, and people are like, "Oh my god, that's aura. That guy has aura." And I'm just like, these fucking Chiefs fans are gonna make me crash out. Dude, it's fine. Carlson came in, actually dope. He came in, drilled a 56-yarder. Fucking W, bro. So kicking was actually pretty good this week.
I love how the Jets now are like, yeah, let's make a bunch of, like, if it's not working, let's just make these changes. And when it actually mattered, they're like, Greg will figure it out. It's fine.
Yeah. Moving forward, continuing, end of the season, Burke came out, again, he's like, this is not our standard. And I'm just sitting here, and I'm watching him speak at this press conference, and I'm just like, if you keep doing this stuff every week, it's the same problems. That's your standard. You are at your standard. There's no below, there's no above anymore. You're just the standard. Jets are bad, and people come into the season saying that, they just get proved right because we don't want to make shit work. Following up, Brick, was this guy a Robert Saleh merchant? Like, the defense looks deep fried since that guy left, man. I'll give it three options, right? He was either a Saleh merchant that was absolutely bailed out by Saleh. 2, the defense was just generally worse because Joe Douglas was like, our amazing pass rush and run stopping game with our D-line? Let's just scrap all of that and hire Javon Kinlaw to come in for the price of 2 of our best players. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, that makes sense. Or option 3, right, as I said, or it was Woody blowing everything the fuck up before the biggest game of the season to put us in first place of our division.
I hand is raised. I like to go. I think it's option 3.
Yeah.
I think that firing your head coach fucking 5 weeks in is not the move.
Yeah.
A playoff aspirations, maybe even Super Bowl aspirations team, firing your head coach 5 weeks in, not the move.
In the match to take first place for your division.
Just nuts.
So yeah, it's one of those 3. Probably a little bit of everything, The defense itself probably lost a little life when Saul left, because even though, he might have been, lacking what a head coach should be, the guys respected him, and it definitely affected them when he got kicked out, He's given me the same quotes since he came on, he's really going to take a hard look at everything that happened today. We're going to watch the film, study it, and I'm just, brother, and be yourself. Just say we suck. Say the words. Say the words. Breaking news today as well. Sir Joe Douglas was fired from the Jets on our bye week. Let's get into this.
They found another button. We thought they were done. We thought they were done.
So the only reason I feel that this happened now instead of the end of the season, is for Woody to make a statement, right? Because he's not getting re-signed at the end of this year. So Woody's like, I'm not going to let you walk. I'm going to make sure that the world knows that I fired you. So he canned his ass. I mean, Woody's already been running the GM scene for the Jets. He got Devontae and got Reddick in, he's been the guy. Joe Douglas is really just Joe Douglas hired Saleh. Woody went over Joe Douglas and hired Saleh. How do you think that makes the GM feel, right? Not good. Joe Douglas as a whole, I appreciate what he did for the team. He had some amazing hits. Brees, Garrett, Wilson, Sauce, but he also had some disgusting misses. Mekhi Becton, and my debatable Pookie, Zach Wilson. However, over 6 years, to finish with a below 500 rating, going 30-64 is not acceptable. If
That's
there's
more
anything
than below 500.
Yeah. There's some people that are like Joe Douglas defenders and Woody haters and saying that Woody didn't give it enough time. If there's anything, I say this as often as I can. If Woody's anything, he's the most patient man alive. Giving Saleh 4 years, an extra year. Giving Joe Douglas an extra year. He's a patient guy. But the main reason I feel that Joe Douglas, even though he had some amazing hits, some good offseason stuff, I feel the main thing is with the current way the game is, rebuilds do not take 3 years anymore. Caps are so ridiculously high. Look at teams like the Texans, the Commanders, the Lions, all having within 2-year massive turnarounds, becoming playoff teams, becoming really good teams, especially the Commanders. Sure, we're going to talk about it. They're getting a little washed, but they came in blazing. It's a fresh new season, fresh owner. It's, they're brand new on the block, and we have one of the most talented rosters in the league, and we can't perform. Makes no sense, right? So, massive revamp is coming. Overall, it's probably better that Joe Douglas leaves so that it's a new head coach and GM combo. They can establish what kind of culture they want to build, and just make sure Rodgers can't do fucking anything. Make Rodgers like shackled next year if we keep him, because he can't touch this
live at the facility. He's not allowed to leave.
But yeah, that's really what it comes down to. I feel about Joe Douglas. So I love what he did, but go back to the fucking Ravens. Be the assistant GM over there for another however many fucking years. But yeah, the problems run deep for the Jets. It's been like this. The Jets really have nothing, right? We're gonna need a CEO to come in, and remove 14 years of losing. We can't just get a new QB. We can't just get a new head coach. We need. So here's the dominoes that need to fall. Woody needs to leave the United States and go to the UK and work as the ambassador. That's the first domino. The second domino is Woody needs to hire a CEO of football operations, and he cannot interact with it at all. Next domino. That CEO needs to hire a good GM. Next domino. That GM needs to hire a good head coach. And then we need to hire a good QB. You see,
That's a lot of dominoes.
It doesn't matter if we're revamping. Everything is cooked. We need to get somebody in here with like somebody who's a vet, somebody who's established, somebody with credibility, somebody who's willing to cut, bench, call somebody out in a press conference. This guy sucked this game. I'm going to say it. That's what I want. I want to hear my guy say that we're not performing well. I'm tired of hearing, yeah, we're going to go in and really dive into the film and make sure we get better. No, shut the fuck up, man. It is not working. So yeah, that's what needs to happen for the Jets going forward. A lot of unknowns, what's going to happen the rest of the season. Will Woody be here next year? Who will be the QB? Will the current players even want to fucking stay in this trash ass org? Like, love Garrett, want him to be a lifelong Jet. Will he? Who knows? He's a young guy. If they re-sign him, more often than not, he's gonna just take the guaranteed money, then go free agent, or get put up for a trade. Like, the guys want guaranteed money, so I hope he stays with the Jets for the rebuild, but we're gonna have to wait and see. It's gonna be a whole new fucking team next year. But Woody will still be here, because he is never selling the team. I just want to say one more thing before I pass it off to Tim. Just one more thing. Just so you guys know, over the past 3 years, every single year, with the Jets increasing amazing performance, including going into next year, Woody has raised the price for season ticket holders.
Awesome.
Wow. What a
The
great
only reason
owner.
you get a season ticket is so for when your team makes it to the playoffs, you get a guaranteed spot in there, The Jets haven't had a playoff game in 14 years, much less a home playoff game. So, disgusting. Said it was going to be a big week. This week we're going into a bye. Won't be a lot to talk about next week. Talk about Aaron Rodgers and how I fucking hate him more. Over to you, Tim.
Well, thank you, Caden, for passing over to me. Ravens lost this week, if you guys didn't know. They lost to the Steelers.
Exceptions happen.
And we tripped over our big-ass clown shoes. The environment's a little toxic in here, okay? As you can hear, these people have been praying on our downfall, and their prayers have been answered this week, okay? It was a little humiliating. I won't lie. I was not feeling good about this game before the first snap even started. Before Derrick Henry fumbled the ball 2 plays in. It was I just feel good.
I don't know if you're gonna say it, Tim, but I personally I don't think Derrick Henry was ready for how heated of a rivalry match the Steelers Ravens is. Like, when he came in, it's blood on both sides.
Maybe it was that. Yeah, we already had a terrible record, and it has gotten worse against the Steelers. We simply can't beat them. Right now, we just lose. Okay.
Is it just a coach difference, Tim? Is it just a coach difference?
That's a point for later. That is a point for later. But it is unfortunate, and I feel like, in the effort of transparency, I got to throw that out there. Okay. That was a shitty-ass fucking game. And it was Lamar Jackson's worst game by far this year. He did not play great. He had something like a 60% completion rating, only like 200 some yards. He did get an interception, which I would like to bring up. his interception stats are so fucking fake this year. It
I've
is a
isn't
fake
it
stat.
3 interceptions and all 3 have been the ball taken from the wide receiver?
Exactly. So the one in the game this week was literally a completed catch, and they just ripped it out of his hands before he got down to the ground. And the other
man
two,
interception.
you can see the screenshots of the ball in the fucking hands, and it either just like bounces out and gets caught, or I think that was that for both. So it's like,
well, Tim, speaking of interceptions, I saw a really good stat. So through the 2000s, there's been about, I'd say, I think it was 20 QBs who have thrown 25 or more touchdowns in their season and had 5 or less interceptions. This year, there's a lot, like Aaron Rodgers prime, Tom Brady, all that shit, right? This year, it's Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. Only one of those quarterbacks out of the 20 over all the years had a losing record.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Let's go.
It's just a crazy stat.
It was delicious to watch. At least my other rivals go up in fucking flames this week.
But that's just to add to that a testament that Lamar and Joe Burrow are definitely, if not 1 and 2, the top 3 for quarterbacks this season. They are playing out of their minds.
True. Yeah, it it wasn't the worst Lamar Jackson looked like shit because normally he looks fucking incredible. It was very mid game for sure. I know Bengals fans, before we move on from that, I know Bengals fans are fucking pissed because Joe Burrow threw 4 fucking touchdowns and lost. And and Russell Wilson didn't throw a single touchdown. The Steelers did not score a single fucking touchdown and they won. Absolutely abysmal, dude.
So
How about
Tim,
your
I have a
field
question.
goals?
Sure, shoot.
Was it a Lamar Jackson playing bad? Or was it the Steelers' defense is very good?
I think...
Or a mix?
I think Lamar Jackson was not at his peak, obviously. I think the Steelers are very good against defending Lamar. And number 3, the rest of the team is also not doing so fucking hot during that game. Okay. It was pretty much everyone on offense was just not on their A game.
Well, it's as Tim said earlier for the Steelers-Commanders game, when Tomlin was asked about how they're gonna deal with Gene Daniels, and he's just like, he's no Lamar. They played this guy for multiple years. They know how to fight against him.
Mm-hmm. I think Lamar now has a 1-3 record starting against the Steelers, so not as bad as the 1-8 of the
beforehand
team as a whole, but. Yeah, it's still a shitty fucking record. I don't even know if you can even call it a rivalry at this point. It's in this division. It's right recently. It's just been the Ravens fuck up the Bengals, the Steelers fuck up the Ravens, and everyone fucks up the Browns. Okay. I mean, I don't really know how it is between Steelers and the Bengals, but it's very fucking. One-sided recently between there. Not that the games are bad. I mean, obviously we have eyes. We watch the fucking Bengals game. They're great games, but stats wise, not so much. I legitimately did not think the Ravens were going to win this game. I had faith. I obviously always want to believe in your team, but I just woke up with that bad feeling in my stomach. I gotta watch this shit.
Every time you wake up with these bad feelings, they lose. Let's go back to week 1 with the Chiefs. When I was with you, and you're like, I got a bad feeling for this game.
It's literally the Ravens' blood runs through my veins. It's like the premonition from Game of Thrones. My eyes roll into the back of my head. And I'm like, yeah, we're fucking losing. You know what this game reminded me of was a fucking playoff game where we just forget how to play football, and it's just confusing play calling. And number 1, this is the lesson of the week, is we just beat ourselves. Okay. I mean, the Steelers didn't have they played fine. I don't think anyone would say the Steelers played incredible. Our defense was good, but our offense just we beat ourselves there. I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
I mean, is it a positive though because the defense kind
You know
of
what?
showed
That
out?
it
Like,
is
is that a
a-
positive?
It's
Like,
positive for the week.
We thought it was going to be like
great.
a 37-36 game. And it
Yes.
ended up being the exact opposite.
You know, I do have to give my flowers to Zach Orr in the pass defense in the secondaries. Okay. Yes. You came out great this week. Really wish I could say the same for the offense, but whatever. I remember last week I said one of these days Lamar's not going to play. He's going to have an off week, and the defense can't back him up. Well, he had an off week, and the defense backed him up. And then Justin Tucker shit the fucking bed. Okay, now I'm talking about Justin Tucker. Listen, the kickers, you should not depend on kickers to win the games. But come the fuck on. Oh, my lordy. Every single game that we have lost, Justin Tucker had the ability to save. And any other year we could have had faith in. And he did not. He did not fucking come through.
It is a
Missed 2
trash
kicks.
year for all kickers in the NFL.
What about the Cowboys
is
kicker?
It was like the first like 5 weeks. It was
That
like
guy's
the kickers
also in a bad stretch.
the kickers were having like their best year ever, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" And then they're like, the kickers are like, "Watch this!" Like, it's now they're just almost
watch
every
this
team is
drive.
struggling. It's actually nuts. How many did he miss? 1 kick, Tim, or how many did he miss?
Oh, he missed 2.
He
2?
missed 2. Oh, he missed 2.
Oh, he missed 2.
How long were they?
It was I think it was a 50-yarder, and I went like a 54-yarder. So they're not gimmies, but like you can't save one game, Tucker. You know. Yeah. So I'm so I can't go on much longer about this. It's time. We've talked about this pretty much every week. He's old. Father time up.
But like, what are you gonna do though? Like, what are you
Get a new kicker.
like? At this point, it's like the playoffs. You can't rely on this guy. Like, you need a kicker in the playoffs. Like
this. Okay.
You know, Caleb, I'll be honest. Speaking from a guy that's seen a lot of kicking in the past 4 weeks, I'll let you know it's not hard. You can just pick a guy off the fucking street. The Jets held a tryout. 9 kickers came in. We kept like 5.
wait. I might have a solution. Justin
Yes.
Tucker needs to fake an injury and go on IR, so that you can pick up a kicker. And
Oh my god, that's
Justin
what
Tucker
Greg
could
did.
you could just
Oh
have
my
a
God,
phantom
Greg.
injury.
fraud.
You just have a phantom injury for the rest of the season while you pick up somebody that can kick.
Or the people of Baltimore just break his legs, so you don't have to commit the fraud.
Either way, he's going on IR, I guess.
That was a joke, by the way. We shouldn't break Justin Tucker's legs for all that he's done for us. Anyways, back to the playoffs. Listen, I'm not delusional. If we make a playoff run, it's luck. Okay, we have looked shitty enough for long enough that if we want a serious playoff bet, we just have to depend on luck. That we just get it together randomly at the end of the season, and we don't beat ourselves like we have consistently shown we are going to do.
We've been saying that the Ravens or that the Texans are like mid, but like they have the same record as the Ravens now.
Yeah, but I watch the games with my eyes. Okay.
Okay,
okay.
But
the Ravens look so much better.
What if we take a step back and look at the division matches as well?
Yeah.
True. I think it's time to move over to coaching.
Say it, Tim. Say it.
What the fuck, John Harbaugh?
Mr. Harbaugh, please help.
Okay. You can have bad penalty weeks. If
Oh,
you have
Tim.
bad penalty weeks every week, it's a coaching problem. Okay. It is. I'm back on the topic. Justin Tucker into playoffs, into penalties. I'm in my own fucking Groundhog's Day. Yeah. 12 fucking penalties. We're solidifying our lead at the top. At this point, I have no faith we're going to fix our shit by the end of the season. Harbaugh got outcoached. Okay. I'm not going to pretend like it's all his fault. There's an offensive coordinator. It's also fucking Monken's fault, but like, you're the head coach.
Who calls the
We're
plays for
looking
the
to you
Ravens?
Who
Who calls the plays for the Ravens?
Todd Monken.
The
I
OC?
think. Yeah, he's the offensive coordinator.
Gotcha.
Um,
Tim, do you want me to give the stats for the penalties?
yeah, throw out the stats.
Okay.
Caleb, wait, hang on. I just want
Okay,
to say,
okay.
guys, I didn't say it, but the Jets only had 2 penalties last game. We actually
How did that feel?
played some good, clean football. It was the third quarter, and they were like, "This is the Jets' first penalty," and I was like, "Oh my god, they're right."
Okay. All right. I have the stats up.
Okay,
Baltimore Ravens have 92 penalties on the season for 763 yards.
The next fucking
The
yards.
next highest team is the Tennessee Titans at 82. So 10 less for 630
I'm
yards.
curious, what's the next highest team with a winning record?
Well,
what's the next highest team
the
that's
Texans
like
are
actually
actually number
overcoming?
3. The Texans are number
Oh,
3 with
okay.
81. Then it goes to
Shit.
Seahawks, and then your New York Football Jets.
Yes, sir.
So it's possible to win
Yeah.
with penalties. Most of these teams are not winning, but yeah, it's crazy you have that record with that crappy amount of penalties. Like that's
it's just a
nuts.
Baltimore mindset, baby.
Yeah, they just play different, man. I totally forgot to mention this before when I was talking about Lamar. But one of the low lights of the game for me was and this really made no real impact on the game because we ended up getting the first down anyways. But this is the fourth quarter. We're really needing the offense to just come alive in this moment to have some kind of hope we can fucking come back and win this. And Lamar does the thing he does 50 times a game where he busts out of a sack and he starts running around the field and he's looking deep and he tosses it. It's a fucking dime to fuck. Wait, what did I? Oh my god! Zay Flowers. It's a dime to Zay Flowers and it bonks off his fucking helmet again. And it's like, motherfucker. It didn't matter, but it is just so fucking shitty to see. Isaiah Likely was top receiver. Zay Flower was, I'd say we got like 40 yards, but we
Isaiah
really
Likely being top receiver is kind of bad.
Likely and Lamar are having a kickoff season. They're just connecting. Honestly, I like prior weeks I haven't been saying it, but I feel Lamar should be throwing it more to Likely.
I mean, definitely a lot more this season. So, Derrick Henry, I don't know what the fuck he was fourth quarter. Genuinely, why are we not putting him in? That's our dual threat right there.
The Ravens do that, right? The Ravens just forget that they have.
It's continuously.
They just forget that
this
have
is like
a
the
running
third
back.
week where Henry has just been gone for like a quarter for like no reason, and we've been behind, and he's just gone, and there's no answers to why. Okay,
He only had 13 carries for the game.
Yeah, I don't.
What?
That's about the same as Breece Hall.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I think the last thing I have to talk about today is we got to talk about the 2-point conversion because I think that's another coaching issue you can see right there. So they looked awful. If you go back and you watch the 2-point conversion in slow motion, you can just see the offensive line is just fucking yelling at each other. Everyone's on the fucking line of scrimmage and they're pointing and yelling, and it's so clear they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And the second the play starts, the entire line collapses in on itself with ease, like they're being brushed over by the wind. Okay, and then Lamar Jackson did comment it was supposed to be a QB run. QB can't run through that. Play fucking falls apart. It looks awful.
And then like the shovel pass, that was the,
half-hearted.
Nothing looked good, like you said beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it was so obvious that he was gonna run. Like it was so obvious,
mm-hmm.
and then he just keeps running to the sideline. Like you're gonna run out of room, bud. Like maybe throw the ball. Like I don't know.
Uh-huh. And
that was the
worst coaching at the end of the day. Of like, you had a timeout to figure this shit out. Okay. Where do you?
What do you call it, Tim?
Just pisses you off.
The Baltimore Ravens released a video. I don't know if you've seen this. It came out yesterday, and it says Ravens want a redo on the Pittsburgh 2-point conversion. Baltimore Ravens final drive, and it's with the coaches. And then the top comment is, there are no fucking excuses why Derrick Henry should not be on the field during a 2-point conversion.
True. Yeah. I also think Flowers wasn't on the field either. I don't know what the fuck their plan was.
He got the touchdown. Like, he's the reason they even, like...
I don't know what the
had a
fuck
chance.
was going on in that 2-point conversion. I'm just happy to watch the regular season, okay? I'm just happy I get to watch my team win most games. That's the solace I can take in. You know, I'm not going to cry myself to sleep. What? What do you mean?
Most games?
Most games.
It's the Ravens in their exceptions, Caleb. We've been over
7-4.
this.
I mean, 7-4 is like,
that's the most.
it's not
by
most.
a wide margin, by a 3-game margin. Shut the fuck up. You know, it could be worse. I could be a Jets fan. So this is really the humbling moment of I'm just like, I'm happy that I can
just catching strays.
Well, I'm just being honest. Yeah. Respect to Caden for sticking it out and watching every game. I don't know if I'd watch every game if the Ravens were playing shit like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I had the game on here and then I had Red Zone on and I was like, ooh, we're getting killed. Shit, I give up. I was just watching Red Zone, it's on. and then Breece Hall gets a touchdown and I'm like, oh fuck. And then he gets a touchdown early third quarter and I'm like, okay, I'll watch. And then it was the worst football ever.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, this team doesn't suck. It's a very talented team.
Tim,
that
you
doesn't
just
come through when you really want it to.
You just need to contact Mr. John, and Mr. Harbaugh, and then just get it sorted out with him, get it ironed up, before playoffs come. You got it.
Well, that is all I have to say. There's, I feel. Oh, actually, I have to give the defense a little bit more praise here because I've been talking way too much shit on the offense. And how much should I talk about the defense for weeks on weeks on weeks? Like Marlon Humphrey looks good as fuck. One of the greatest defensive players in the league right now, I think. Kyle Hamilton was awesome to see back. He was out for like a quarter, but still back out there. Pass defense was really solid. Yeah, it felt like I could actually. It was like the opposite of that normal feeling. Like the defense was on the field. I'm like, okay, we can get a 3 and out here. Like we can get a good stop. And then the offense goes out on the field, and I'm like, okay, can we
get the defense back out there?
Can we turn it around or something? Yeah. So I'll end up on that. Defense, great job. No shitting on you this week. And then I'm gonna kick it off to Caden to move on to double flub. Everyone's favorite fucking
double flub.
segment.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dub or flub? Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the league. Stat-wise, he is.
I mean, come on. We're talking about right here, right now. Justin Jefferson is breaking. He's the fastest receiver. He has the most yards in his first 5 seasons ever. He just broke Randy Moss's record. I mean, Jamar Chase is on the list. So, every game is a new stat.
I'm pretty sure the Bengals have 7 touchdowns in like 800 total yards from their past 2 games. And both of those are just with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
All right, it's a flub. Listen,
flub.
Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are the best wide receiver QB in the league. But Justin Jefferson has fucking no. This is not an immense amount of hate, but he has Sam Darnold, okay? And Sam Darnold's not Joe Burrow. If you just look at his fucking career,
it's the Justin Jefferson effect.
Justin Jefferson is just he doesn't have the best stats, but he's the most talented.
He's number 2 in the league behind Jamar Chase. I mean, he's not even having a bad year. 2 years ago, when he wasn't hurt, he was number 1 in the league in receptions and reception yards, and then he got hurt last year. He still was in the top 5. He's just better. Sorry, Jamar. You can get all the money you want. You still ain't worth it over Jamar or over Jefferson. JJ, gritty always.
So if Jamar Chase was on the Chiefs, would he be number 1 in the league?
Potentially.
Okay.
Jamar Chase was on the Chiefs.
Would you say he's better than Jefferson?
No.
It's still
No, I
it's
mean-
still Jefferson's on top.
He has Joe Burrow. He's had Joe
Yeah.
Burrow his entire career.
That's
like-
true.
Joe Burrow is better than Kirk Cousins, and Jefferson had Kirk Cousins for his entire career until
That's
Sam
true.
Darnold. Like,
Yeah.
he's always had a top 2 quarterback, at least top 3 in the AFC. Even if he went to the Chiefs, okay, he has the best quarterback. It's still like the caliber of play is very similar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's done an amazing job with what he's had, and just imagine when JJ McCarthy is out there playing like the next Tom Brady, what we're going to be doing next year. I mean,
I totally agree.
Okay. Pump the brakes there, buddy. We gotta move on here.
Respectfully, Flub. Matt LaFleur and the Packers never lose to the Bears again. Last time the Bears beat the Packers was December 16th, 2018, almost 6 years ago.
it's a dub take. The Bears are cursed. The Packers own them. Even with Rodgers gone, they still own them, even in the dumbest ways possible. Matt LaFleur is a great coach. The Bears always have a shit coach. It's just a coaching diff. It's an org diff. The Bears never beat the Packers again. Dub take.
All
Flub.
of time, Tim. All of time.
Flub. I just think
Flub.
they're gonna fail eventually.
Yeah, I agree, Flub.
You
It's
could
a
have said,
good-
if
it's
you
a
said
good
that in
one.
2018, though, it would still be active. You'd still be right. Like, think about that. That's so long.
I'll even put a time.
I went all the way through
the Pack-
college,
the-
and I'm in my second year of full-time working as an adult, and the Bears have still not beat the Packers.
The Bears will clip this. The Bears will beat the Packers in the next 3 years.
Good for them. It's not even that crazy.
Okay. Dub or Flub? The Commanders are frauds, and their time is up. I'm going to say Flub. I don't think they're frauds. I think they're
Flub.
just a new team. Absolutely exploded onto the season. Even if they, get kicked out first round playoffs, it's an amazing accomplishment. Jane Daniels, the new ownership of the team, super Flub. I think even if they don't go far, it's a good start for the org, for the team.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say this is a dub take simply because I think that everyone got way ahead of themselves with this Commanders team. Is this a
The community?
successful? Yes, everyone. I think I agree. It's a great season for them. It was unexpected, but like when they were only had 2 losses, they were 7-2, and they're like, this is low key. People were like, this is one of the best teams in the league, which was a fair point at that point. But I just think that every time they've played these 2 good teams back to back, they lost to the Ravens, they lost to the Eagles and the Steelers. All good teams. It wasn't. They weren't convincing in any of them to me, and I think they're frauds in the fact that people thought they were really good, and they're just average. They just beat a lot of bad teams,
So,
unfortunately.
when you see them in the playoffs and you lose to them, what will you say to your future self right now?
I will cry like I do every year.
Okay.
Their schedule still they don't have a terribly hard schedule coming up for the rest of the season, so they're going to end with a great score, and I think with a great record, and I think they're going to be rated pretty high. I just think that when it comes to the big time games and being a good true team, because the Vikings 2 years ago were called frauds with a 13-4 record because they didn't think we could beat the big time teams, and they were right. We lost to the fucking Giants in the playoffs, so the Commanders are frauds. Unfortunately,
The only reason that Commanders are considered frauds is because they were doing so good before. If you showed NFL fans their record so far at the beginning of the season, they'd be like, "Wow, they're having a great season." Nobody expected them to be great. This is a flip take because they can't be frauds when they're doing unnaturally well and they're just not doing insanely well.
Beautiful. Well put, Tim. Moving on. Dub or Flub? The Bengals season is officially cooked. Tim, you start.
I said this like 3 weeks ago. It's only gotten easier to say dub.
Oh, guys, I'm done. I've been fighting every week for the Bengals, literally every week. I'm like, Joe Burrow is playing amazing. It's gonna come around. No, it turns out that when Joe Burrow has to score 50 fucking points a game to win a game, it's not gonna work out. I can't believe that this keeps happening. That they've lost this many games with him playing at the caliber he's playing. Like, this is like the old Joe Burrow, like when they went to the Super Bowl. Like, this was like Burrow had Burrow this season, but the outcome is just not there. And they still have to play the Steelers twice, the Broncos once. They're gonna lose at least one or two more games,
Yeah.
and that's it. They can't make the playoffs if they lose one or two more games. So I'm out. I'm done. I'm a Burrow.
Guys, it has
I'm not a
not been
Burrow leaver.
Jovember for like 3 years. It wasn't Jovember last year. It's not Jovember this year. It's an old relic.
He's not even old.
Bengals fans listening, please do not break your monitor. Tim is just a Ravens fan, remember?
Don't be alarmed. It's just cold hard facts, Bengals fans.
So yeah, this is a dub take. I guess I never said
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I agree, Dub. Their past 3 games have been actually killer, and it's been the most heartbreaking defeats ever. Joe Burrow got asked in an interview, and the question was, is this the most upsetting season of football you've ever played? And Joe Burrow's response is yes. The reporter then asked, why is that? And Joe Burrow said, look around. Like, look at the schedule.
Did you see
what's
Jamar
happening.
Chase's response to the reporters when they're like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "Ask Zach, ask Joe, ask." He was like, "Ask everyone else but me." Of like, why we're losing. He got pissed. He's kind of a diva, though. I ain't gonna lie.
He is Dub or Flub. Bo Nix and the Broncos are real and should be taken seriously. I'm a start.
Flub, they're mid.
I'm a start because I've been a Murray and Mr. Nix enjoyer quite some times, and this is a dub take.
That's spot on. I'm hopping. I'm riding on the Broncos now. I'm hopping on, taking a ride with the
So
Broncos.
Tim,
They're-
would you see an
they're
average
mid.
team? Would you see an average a mid team finishes against the current Falcons 38-6? That's mid?
Yeah,
the Falcons are supposed to be good.
that's one game. Falcons were supposed to be good. They haven't.
I think that because Tim beat them 41-10, he's like, yeah, they're a shit team. And the craziest thing with their losses is they are overall 6-5. So that's not an awesome record,
You might say a middle of the pack record.
maybe, but their losses are to the Seahawks, who are a decent team, the Steelers, who are a decent team, the Ravens, they're an okay team,
Great
Chiefs,
team.
also a great team, and the Chargers, who are looking to be a great team.
They
So
should
they
have
have
beat the
no
Chiefs.
bad losses.
They should have
They
beat
not
the
a single
Chiefs.
bad loss. And they
So you're
beat who
saying they lose
should
to
beat.
good teams and they beat bad teams. I would call that mid.
That's Tim's Flub. That's his Flub.
Yeah,
Let's
I
move
think
on.
it's a dub take. But Bo Nix is getting better every week.
I'll
By a
agree
lot.
with that.
He's gotten so much better from beginning of the season to now. So
I think my favorite interaction with Bo Nix is it was early on in the season. Him and Sean Payton were having like a screaming match between each other.
I remember that.
It was it was after the game. One of the reporters came up and was like, What were you and Sean talking about? And Bo Nix said, he said, Sean yelled to me, I love you. I turned around and I said, I love you back.
Great response. Great response.
Dub or Flub? Chargers miss the playoffs. We talked about this last week. They have an incredibly hard schedule to close it out. But I think they're going to make the playoffs because they're just competing against the Colts and the
They
Broncos.
could totally finish this out.
Yeah.
Raiders,
Like-
Patriots, Bucks, Broncos. They could all really Falcons. The only really hard teams that I don't think they'll win is Ravens, Chiefs.
You know,
I think
I
if you
just
win
don't.
3 out of 5, make it in.
I don't trust them.
Hmm.
I think about the Chargers, and every time that they look good, they finish the season not looking good, and end like 7-8, 8-7, maybe 9-6. Like they're going. I'm not. They won't. There's not a guarantee, but like they have to play the Ravens and the Chiefs still. That's could be 2 losses. They have to play the Broncos. Good team. The Falcons, at least a decent team. The Bucks, also a good team. I don't think they have very many free wins. Like every game is hard except for maybe the Patriots and the Raiders, but they're both frisky too. So you don't end.
I will say,
I think they're gonna miss the playoffs.
actually,
this
Kim,
is
you
a dumb
convinced me
take.
they're not making the playoffs because Justin Herbert is not a closer.
But
not a
Justin
closer, he's not a
Herbert
finisher.
he's got a new head coach with Mr. Harbaugh, the brother.
Yeah, but deep down inside, he's just not a finisher.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Why'd you laugh?
No reason.
Nah. Dub or flub? Niners are not good.
Easy dub.
This is a dub. I'm done. I'm also done. I'm out on the Niners. I've been the Bengals and the Niners. I've been like it's fine. It's fine. They're gonna come back. No, I'm done. They're not
It's
it. They're
way
not the
too
same team as they
competitive
have
in
been.
their division for the Niners to come back fully.
Too much. I keep thinking the Niners are gonna be good because they've been good the last 2 years, and they have so many good players that they should be good. But they've proven this year they're not that team this year, and I'm off the train.
Well, the Shanahan it all comes like the Shanahan offense is getting exposed. You can look it up. Teams like this year have just been absolutely frying Purdy because Purdy has a designated play and a hot seat guy that he'll throw it to. They just pound the box, so he has to throw it to the hot seat guy, and then they cancel that pass, plays over. The Shanahan style is kind of fucking them, and it's kind of limiting Purdy, not going to lie. And then also on top of the fact that the whole 49ers organization is set up so that they're able to pay their top 10 guys, and then everybody else on the team is fill-ins that need to perform. What are they going to do when Purdy's contract runs out and they have to actually pay him? Like...
Bring people off the streets and have 10 players.
That's the 53-man squad right there. 40 random dudes off the street. So yeah, I agree. Dub or flub. Josh Allen can win no matter what players he has around him.
This is Josh Allen fucking agenda right here.
This is
Just this season, before they got fucking Amari Cooper, fucking Bills fans were bitching all over Twitter about how Josh Allen has no backup. Blah, blah, blah. How he's supposed to win without good receivers. This is pure agenda.
So you think it's a dub or a flub take? That he can win no matter who he has around him?
I think it's a flood take because he has consistently had good people around him. He's not
crazy.
proven. He's not proven that.
This is a dub take because the wide receivers he has around him this year, yes, they got Amari Cooper midseason, but he had Shakir and Keon Coleman, and that was it. And neither one of those are like Keon Coleman's a rookie, and Shakir, like, did you know who Shakir was before the season?
Lamar built his MVP in a cave with a box of scraps. with wide receivers from Josh K. You cannot catch me gassing up Josh Allen.
Josh Allen has played amazing. It's supposed to be a down year. They said that this was a down year.
I don't care.
He's doing
Who
amazing.
fucking cares, dude? It's him and James Cook that run the whole team, man. Josh Allen is throwing fucking like laser pointed missiles. It doesn't matter who he has out there. They just need to know the route. Yes.
He's just one of those guys.
Josh Allen is very, very good. But I think it matters somewhat. So I'm going to say flub. Moving on. Dub or flub? Karma is having an impact on the Lions with their injuries.
Let me ask the audience here, who do we think wrote this one? I read these past two back to back, and I could like visually see Caleb typing those.
I mean, like I said last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. You know, the Lions,
Man.
they've been out to get people, and now two of their best defensive players out for the season with bad injuries.
I said it in private chats, but I'm saying it on here. Hutchinson is walking before the Cowboys have won another game this season. Okay? That guy's
That's
leg was in
crazy.
half. Okay.
Actually nuts, but this is a dub take. Karma's a bitch.
No,
Fuck you.
you're so flub, bro. Lions are still ramming it down people's throats. It doesn't matter. Look at the Jags. Remember how you barely beat the fucking Jags last week? They just dropped a fucking 50 bomb on them like they're playing Call of Duty.
Hey,
Holy shit, Caden's firing shots.
whoa! The Lions needed the Texans to play the worst game of their life and barely beat them, and we fucked the Texans. So take that. Yeah, we can go back and forth.
I'm just-
But you lost because you clearly can't go that back and forth.
If we get one first down, we beat the Lions.
But
Jets will
she
lose by
did
60.
Scoreboard. Okay.
I guess we'll never know because the Jets don't play the Lions. I guess we'll never know. Moving on. Is this the best Jaguars team ever assembled?
Flub.
Dub or flub?
I think we're gonna all have to go with the flub on this one. But give us some backstory.
This was originally written by, I believe, the Jaguars head coach. That's who wrote this dub or flub.
It was
Was it the head coach or the owner? I thought the
it
owner
was the
said
owner
best.
that said this
Sorry.
is the best team they've ever put together. And then, like, this week after the game, the head coach is getting interviewed, and they're asking him, like, "Do you know who said that to the owner? Who said this is the best team they've ever assembled?" And he was just like this. No. And then they're like, "Was that you?" And he's like, "No." So it's just, yeah. Definitely not the best. That's what I'll say on that. Last over flub. The Falcons are losing their stride. We all know what Tim's gonna say.
Yeah. Dub. Nobody
Thank you, Tim.
hears about the Falcons. I've already spoken my piece.
We care about Kirk Cousins. Come on. We care about
I don't
Kirk
think
Cousins.
I've heard Kirk Cousins' name for like a month.
You're just lying.
Genuinely.
Jeez.
I haven't heard shit about the Kirk Cousins on the Falcons for so goddamn long.
Okay. I would say currently yes. Are they going to lose playoff contention? I don't think so.
I am going to say that this is a dub take. Did I say that right? They're
Yeah.
losing their stride. Yes, this
Yep.
is a dub take. They're definitely losing their stride. They got to play the Chargers after their bye this week, and then they got to play the Vikings. Two good teams. And then they play
Will that be in Minnesota?
in Minnesota.
Oh, that's going to be
Um,
emotional.
Yes, no, it is. It's actually the scriptwriters are crazy. But the Raiders, Giants, Panthers, they should win all those games. No guarantees though. And then they have to play the Commanders as well. So like, out of their last 6, they could maybe go 500 or worse. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not confident in this team at all. Their defense has been bad. The offense is like, I don't know. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. It's weird. But it's kind of how Kirk was with the Vikings. So, yeah. Dub take.
All right. That concludes Dub or Flub. Moving on to our league thoughts. Talk about who will win the upset of the week. game of the week, and, of course, the mid-off of the week. Starting off, we got the Steelers at Browns. Tim, who do you think's going to win that?
Steelers.
This
Steelers
is
are
going to
going
be a
to
mercy killing.
bang.
Jameson Winston, unless he has the power of God again.
Oh my God.
They
You're
lost
right.
to the Saints this week. The Browns lost to the Saints. The Jameis Winston effect is done. It's over, I guess. It's over. Just enough time to beat the Ravens.
Yeah, we
Literally
unfortunately got hit with
one game.
We got hit with the brunt of the force, and then people figured him out.
Steelers win.
Titans at Texans.
Texans.
More
We're
than
gonna-
likely
we're-
Texans.
We're gonna have a pattern here throughout most of these games, besides the last 4. It's the bad teams versus the good teams, and in the good
Yep.
teams, we have to pick them. Like it's just too like Titans aren't good, Texans are good. Texans win.
Vikings at Bears.
Vikes.
This match.
All right,
is gonna
Caden. All right,
This
Caden,
match
pick
is
it.
gonna be close. This match is
All
gonna
right,
be
Caden.
close, but the Vikings
Caden.
will win.
It's going to be close,
Oh,
though. They're going to
okay,
find a way to
okay.
make it close.
I thought Caden was gonna be the Bears.
No.
But yeah, the Vikings win. Vikings win. We got this one. They're on the down.
Cowboys at Commanders.
The Cowboys are so done. It's actually nuts.
Cowboys are over party.
Did you guys see that a piece of the roof fell from the Cowboys stadium?
The Falcons put that in their win graphic.
Like
they had the piece of the roof falling in the shape of an L from the Cowboys stadium.
Gosh. Like it could have killed someone if someone was below it. Like that's crazy. They chose to like open the roof for the first time in like years, and then something wasn't quite right. But yeah, the Cowboys, the stadium's falling apart. The sunlight's coming in. They have no quarterback. Commanders.
Pretty heated match against the Texans last week, though.
Yeah.
It was during that game. There was 3 personal fouls on the Cowboys and 1 personal foul on a Texan, and he completely offsetted.
Of course, because you can only accept 1 penalty, I believe.
Yep, correct. Yep. So pretty much, if one of your guys goes ham, the whole team can go ham.
That's a fair point. Never thought about it like that.
Moving on, we have the Pats at the Dolphins. This is Caleb's upset and mid-off of the week.
Yeah, this game probably don't watch. Probably not going to be interesting. Probably not a fun watch. But the Dolphins are supposed to win, and Drake May, my UNC alum. I don't know if you guys see the flag in the back. That's North Carolina blanket in the background. UNC. I trust in the UNC players. So Drake May, he's going to help me out here. Wait, we do have to update the upset rankings.
Go Duke! Sorry, what was that?
We have to update the upset rankings. I won my upset
already
last
updated
week.
the rankings.
Yeah, but for the people, Tim.
viewers,
For the
people.
people, Tim.
Oh, okay.
So, last week, very important, the Rams did not lose to the Patriots. The Colts did beat the Jets with Tim, and the Niners did lose to the Seahawks, making the scores. I'm still in the lead. Tied, actually, sorry. Me and Tim have both have 2.5. Caleb has just 2. Caleb continues to trail.
Hey, I didn't increase my trail though. I'm up a little bit on you.
That's
I'm
true.
doing my
That's true.
best.
Moving forward, we have the most for that game. I have a vote of confidence that the Dolphins will beat the Patriots. Tim, what about you?
Yep, Pat's got it.
Tim, that is not what I said.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, Pat's got it. I'm not agreeing with you as in that's just like a
Okay.
Pat's.
Now we have the most anticipated game of the week. Chiefs at the Carolina Panthers. This is my upset of the week. 2 things are going to happen in this game. the Chiefs are going to either win 52-14, or the Panthers are going to win 27-24. There's no in between. What's going to happen? I'll see you when history's written, and Kansas City goes on a losing streak through the rest of the season.
I feel like
9-8.
Okay, you're just writing fan fiction now, Kaden.
For real. This guy doesn't know the script is already wrote. Like, that's not going to happen. They want the Chiefs to win. But yeah, the Panthers they're on a streak, 2-game win streak. There's a world, but
Bryson, breakout.
the
breakout
Chiefs are still
career.
the Chiefs. I pray that it happens. I hope your upset happens. I don't even care if you get ahead of me. I don't care. I want the Panthers to beat the Chiefs, but I don't think it's going to happen.
That would be the biggest upset of the year.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Bucks at Giants. This is both mine and Tim's mid of the week. For the Bucks listeners out there, this is no jab. I truly feel the Bucks are not the same level of elite that they were when they had both of their wide receivers. They're just not the same. And the Giants defense is actually not dog poo-poo. And that trash-ass QB at the Giants is being benched. Daniel Jones is the third-string quarterback now.
Wow.
Mr. DeVito's coming back!
Oh my god. This might be the game of the week. I didn't even realize that. This might be game of the week, actually.
Nah. Bucks are not doing anything interesting this season. It's mid. I'm not sorry.
You love Baker, though. You love Baker.
Baker's awesome, but the Bucks are mid.
Tim, usually it's... Yeah, you're right. I was going to say,
Bucks are
usually
gonna win,
it's
though.
the team
Bucks are
and...
going to win.
Yeah, I agree. Bucks win.
Yeah.
Lions at Colts. Mr. Richardson, you might have had some fun. Now it's time to meet Jesus. Start praying.
This is going to be a murder again. It's just the Lions every week are scoring literally like...
I can't believe people
10
are
touchdowns,
mad
like-
at the Lions for stat padding. Fuck yeah, dude. Score.
They're just
Yeah, I
playing
thought
to
that was
score.
weird.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was weird.
Yeah,
That was
maybe
really
Lions
weird.
are about
I don't
to
know.
set some fucking records the way they're pounding through bad teams this year. They seem to refuse to play to people's levels.
Yeah. I don't know if you
Like,
remember, but Caden said
usually
last
happens.
week that the Lions were going to win by 70, and he was almost fucking right. So, props to Caden. He kind of predicted it a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, Lions win.
Moving on.
Uh-oh.
Is
Oh,
he
no.
fucking gone? Dude, his
Oh,
computer
no.
just crashes when it goes on for long
It's
enough.
happened again.
Okay, well, while Caden's gone, we're going to move on to Broncos Raiders, which is my upset of the week. Broncos, did I say that?
You did say that right.
All right,
A
for
little
the
bit wrong
Broncos
there.
Raiders, I don't know. I just need to have faith that the Raiders can win good games, so it feels less humiliating that they beat the
I
Ravens.
mean, you're down on the Broncos, so it makes sense to pick the Raiders to beat them.
True.
I don't think there's any chance in hell that the Broncos lose this game.
I think
with
it's
the
my
way
best shot. Deep in my heart of hearts, I think the Broncos. are
That's
probably
probably
gonna win.
true. I just think that Bo Nix threw 4 touchdown passes. Like he's starting to cook. Like
And a touchdown reception.
watch out. That was against the Ravens, though.
Yeah.
Did he do it again? Against the Ravens, yeah. But yeah, Broncos
That
win this one.
fucker.
Come on now.
Oh my God, he's gone. Okay, well, Caden is not here to talk about his game of the week, which is Cardinals at Seahawks.
Well, that's a fair choice.
Dude, you
the
can.
NFC West is just
We just got exposed for the rest of our rooms now. I didn't even realize that. It used to be a slice. Now you can see my big ass TV and shelf over there. It's a good thing I'm
yeah,
clean.
the Seahawks Cardinals. This is a very important game for that division and to see who's going to win. If the Cardinals win this, they might be kind of not wrapping it up, but like on their way to wrapping it up.
True.
Because right now, the record is they're 6-4. Everyone else is 5-5, and if they win this, they're going to put at least the Seahawks down, but it's not done yet. But it's a huge game. So
Yeah.
Caden was right. This is an absolutely game of the week.
Right.
We have found Caden again. He's returned.
Yo.
But there he is. Talk about your game
Technical
of the week.
difficulties, of course, as always with me. Love it. Joined in, heard you guys talking about Cardinals Seahawks, my beloved Murray. Yeah. Game of the
Murphy.
week. Big deal. Secures top slot. NFC West. Go Birds.
I think the Seahawks are weird too. Every week they're so different. I don't really understand or know
I
how to
agree.
pick them, so I'm just gonna pick the Cardinals.
Yep. Cardinals play with a lot of force. Next match, 49ers at Packers. I'm going to go with the Packers. Mr. Cheese. As we said,
Yeah,
49ers
the
are cooked.
Packers got this.
Yeah, I fucking hate the Packers. I never want to pick them ever, but I can't. I got to go with my take earlier. The 49ers are cooked, so I got to pick the Packers. I want the Packers to lose. I just want to make that clear. Okay.
Moving on. We have the Eagles at the Rams. This will also be a pretty good game. I got the Eagles, though. Barkley's going to run like a Ram. Simple as.
Yeah, the Eagles' defense has been getting way better as the season's gone on, and I just think that the Eagles' defense combined with Saquon just jumping over people and doing whatever he wants, he just ices any game that he wants. So full trust in the Eagles. Unfortunately.
Yeah, Eagles are gonna sweep.
In the last game of the week, big one for Tim. His and Tim's game of the week. Ravens at LA Chargers.
Caleb's game of the week too.
Yes, my game of the week as well.
Did I say me?
You said Tim and Tim's game of the week or something like
Thank
that.
you. Whoopsie.
Tim, you go first.
Yeah, Harbaugh Bowl. Looking for a dub. I think the Chiefs and the Steelers are just kryptonite for Lamar, and he's gonna bounce back. It's gonna be fun to watch. And Monday night primetime game. It's gonna be sick.
It is going to be very exciting. I also, even though I'm kind of preying on the Chargers' downfall with my takes earlier, I low-key think that the Chargers have just been like running the ball nonstop and just playing like man football, and I don't know if the Ravens are ready for that. So they weren't ready for the Steelers man football, so are they going to be ready for the Chargers man football?
Yes.
So I'm going to go with the Chargers. I'm a known. I love the Ravens, but I have to go with the Chargers.
Oh my God! Famous Ravens fan Caleb.
Ravens fan legend.
The raw cackling shows Tim's emotion.
All right, let's get this fucking punt. Oh wait, sorry, Caden, yourself to talk.
I think it'll be close. I think the Ravens are a better team currently than the Chargers. I think going into next year with a fresh mind with Justin, they might really go on a winning streak. Of course, they're still in a division with the Chiefs, so they're never going to have it easy. And the Broncos, but the Broncos are like not going to be as big of a threat, presumably next year as the Chiefs. So, but yeah, I'll give the Ravens for this match.
Let's go.
Concludes the week of football to come. And that will conclude Onside Takes. Hope you all enjoyed.
Record-setting episode.
Records.
We had a lot to talk about.
The longest one ever.
A lot to talk about.
Beautiful. Sensational. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. As always, stay awesome, and we will see you next time.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Adios.